Hello everyone, and welcome to another Daily Illini Sports Update. Torrence Sorrell alongside my colleague Nick Fortin, and the Illini are 2-0 this weekend, undefeated I guess you could say this weekend. Might not lose another game, but just to kick things off, starting off with the first game, the Illini defeated Georgia Southern 71-80, and that was definitely it's a tale of two stories going into this game and then the Coppin State game. But sticking as far as the first game on Friday, it was Orange Hush, and I know you're familiar with the Orange Hush.
Okay, you want me to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
All right, so basically Orange Hush is paying tribute to John Gross's alma mater, Taylor University, where I think the first home game of the season, just like it was on Friday,
Right.
before 10 points are scored, everyone, all of the students, all the fans are quiet, and then as soon as the 10th point is scored, everyone goes crazy.
Right.
And, you know, I was sitting in the stands, and I said, you know, to the person sitting next to me, I said, this is stupid. I mean, like, the Illini didn't look sharp out there. No one's making any noise, and I thought, you know, maybe if the fans were into it, they would have gotten to 10 points quicker. But as soon as Ravante hit that free throw to give him to 10, right, and everyone stands up, Orange Crush stands up and goes crazy.
Yeah.
And then that next play with the steal, right?
Yeah,
and then the oop to basically Ravante and LaRon.
Yeah, Kendrick Nunn came in the game and threw it. And also, Nunn, we didn't really mention that. Nunn came back from his knee injury, and he was scoreless the first game, but I know Gross was really happy as far as just getting him back out there and giving him some reps, getting his knees back ready, you know, getting him into game shape.
Mm-hmm. And he looked a lot better in the second game on the weekend, but, you know, just offensively. But I'd say, you know, both games, I know Gross said that he wanted to get him out there, get him to play for a while, you know, get him, like you said, get him into game shape.
Right, and then Ravante Rice was a big story. Ray Rice, 24 points, and that's the Ray Rice of old, I guess people would like to see. You know, obviously he's a good shooter, but I think he's way more effective when he plays bully ball. That's a strong guy. He goes out there and pretty much muscle his way into the hole and get a lot of foul and ones, and that's kind of Ray Rice, you know, you would like to see. And I think it was like towards the end of the game, in the second half, he hit that three over like 2 or 3 different defenders, and the crowd literally ignited after that.
From way out there, that it was one of those plays where you go, oh no, and then he hits it, and all the fans go, oh yes.
Right.
You know, it was one of those. No, I completely agree. Ray Rice is back to bully ball, and I love to see it, just because, you know, honestly, like you said, that's where he's at his best. He's, you know, 6'6". Gross always throws these numbers at us, and I don't ever remember what his weight is or what his body fat percentage is. Basically, as Stacey King says about Derrick Rose, he's too big, he's too fast, he's too strong, he's too good. And that's the same. I'm taking Stacey King's phrase because that is Ray Rice. He's too big, he's too fast, he's too strong, he's too good. 24 points Friday night, 14, 8, and 4 steals against Coppin State. I mean,
that's crazy.
He's a beast. And he's a man.
Just going before we get to Coppin State games, also another big storyline for the Georgia Southern game is that they got more rebounds than the Illini. I believe 41 to 34, and that was something Gross wasn't, you know, real happy about during the press conference. And Georgia Southern had one player on their team, Trent Wiedemann, number 44, the big man, and he was beasting out there. That was the guy the Illini really didn't have an answer for.
No. At one point, I think he had 3 and ones towards the end of the game that were not in a row, but in quick succession. Where I was like, man, you know, this guy's gonna put up, you know, points on every possession. He's gonna get every rebound. And you know what I think it was? Honestly, I think it was the fact that, you know, like, and Gross loves to talk about Nana, right, and his defensive ability, but Nana's a bit of a shot swatter in the sense that, you know, he's looking to put a ball not in the stands, but to block a couple balls a night, right, and he was leaving his defensive responsibility a little bit, you know, or whoever else was on 44 for Georgia Southern.
Ron Black was guarding him a little bit.
It was sort of, you know, like, they play such good help side defense, right, you know, and they help everyone else that, you know, he does get these rebounds because, you know, maybe there isn't someone boxing him out. But, you know, it changed. It changed against Coppin State.
Yeah, and then I guess we could switch off to the massacre now, as in the Coppin State game, 56 to the Illini's 114. And this is my second year covering the team, and I've never seen 100 points put up on the board.
No.
The first time they did this is 2004, I believe.
That was just, I mean, I know Gross wants to talk about defense. The Illini are so good on defense. But come on, just tell us that the Illini are good on offense. Like, it's music to a reporter's ears, especially when they score 114 points.
Right.
They shoot 55.6%, I want to say, percent from the field.
It was over 60%, I believe.
Yeah, close to 54% from three.
Right.
Just a crazy, gaudy numbers, you know.
Right. It's just, I guess as far as the storyline for that game, I believe is Ahmad Starks and Aaron Cosby. I guess you could say the emergence of them. I mean, given Cosby had a great game on Friday, but as far as both of them gelling together, they shot way better collectively. 12 for 17 tonight, and Friday there was 7 for 23. And Starks, you know, obviously he gets all this slack about his height. You know, he was asked about that in the press conference, but you know, he pushed the ball really well, and him and Jalen Tate really did a really good job. I think the assist to turnover ratio was 12-1, I believe. And,
for those two guys, yeah.
And then you know, Tate really don't really have a lot of stuff that show on the scoreboard, but he was pushing that ball like perfectly, you know, dishing out assists, and he's looked a lot stronger too. You didn't really see that. He was more frail during this freshman campaign, but this year he's just flying down the court, really creating more for the offense. And you know, he's not going to be a guard that we talked about, even we previewed earlier of the season about the prototypical guards. He's not going to give you a lot of buckets, but his role and what Gross really want to do is really just generate the offense and push the ball whenever he comes in.
He moves the ball so well, and I know, you know, like Ahmad is an amazing, you know, assist-to-turnover guy. He's an amazing passer, and he passes the ball really well, and he does not turn it over. But come on, Jalen Tate, 7 assists, no turnovers, right? And he's moving the ball inside. He's looking to score now. His shot is still a little off, especially from outside. And you know, honestly, when you're up 30, you can't fault him for trying to get his jumper looking good. But you know, I honestly, I cannot say a bad thing about Jalen Tate. I can only say good things because he played exceptional tonight.
Yeah, and also they had 6 guys that scored in double figures. They was pretty much just throwing guys out there to score, but it's really good. That was like the most probably team effort-wise I've seen from this team. I mean, the chemistry was there. Everybody was, you know, hype, encouraging each other off the bench, and that's what you need in a team. I mean, obviously non-conference is not the most competitive schedule, but I feel like it's a great way to really gel and chemistry-wise for this team. Get these guys going, get these guys used to playing each other, because obviously, you know, once they get into the Las Vegas tournament and Big Ten play, it's going to be serious ball.
I completely agree.
So I guess, you know, moving on to the next few games. Gonna be back out here during the Austin,
PA.
I
don't know how to pronounce it. We'll figure it out. We'll get back to you on that.
We'll get back to you on that. That's the Friday game, and we'll see you soon after that. So that wraps up the Illini's 2-0 weekend. I'm Torrence Sorrell alongside my colleague Nick Fortin, and we'll see you soon.